Hello there, many. This is Superscreen News Part 6, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Blessed Omonuse. The Senate President Bukola Saraki has inaugurated an other committee for the establishment and development of the National Assembly Monuments and Archives. The committee, chaired by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Culture and Tourism, Senator Fatima Raji Rasaki, is now charged with the task of establishing a National Assembly Museum for the purpose of immortalization of its proceedings, processes and procedures of lawmaking in Nigeria. Bukola Saraki, in his address, said the committee is to help in the realization of the quest for a befitting museum and archives for the National Assembly as a national monument fit for the digital age.
People have suggested erroneously that we want to establish a museum and archive to immortalize ourselves. But nothing could be further from the truth. This is about institution building, it is about institutional memory, it is about legacy, and most of it was about the greatness, building the greatness of the country. Parliamentary libraries can be found all over the world. It is that same tradition that we seek to establish such a venerable institution, a National Assembly.
Other committee, Senator Fatima Raji Rasaki, said the panel will work to develop a legacy that will stand the test of time.
The National Assembly Museum will engage the present to question our past without forgetting the multiracial and multicultural, multi-voice social realities of our country. We are stepping out today to reinforce our efforts in making laws for these countries of ours, with the hope that history will speak well of us as a body and as individuals coming together to creating an enabling society that is governed by stipulated laws and regulations.
Other members of the committee include Ugbeade Ihema Omoroge, co-chairman, Senator Matthew Ugohade, Senator Babajide Omoborare, Senator Vito Ume, Senator Obina Uba, Senator Joseph Ijonwili, Senator Sam Uwe Igbo, and Chile Igba Hua. To a breaking news now, prominent leaders of the southern and middle belt parts of Nigeria are currently meeting with the Senate hierarchy. Information reaching us says the leaders are Ayo Adebanjo, Edwin Clark, Urban Victor Akhtar, Chukwuemeka Ezeafe, John Obodo, and Yinka Odumakin. Member of the delegation said the meeting would discuss security and election sequence reshuffle, among others. Senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Dino Milaye, has been denied bail in the case of an alleged conspiracy and aiding of jailbreak. The lawmaker was brought to court in a police ambulance around 9:17 a.m. However, before his arrival, heavily armed policemen took positions within and outside the court premises. Counsel for Milaye, Mike Ozakome, in his submission argued that the court had the powers by virtue of the Constitution to try the case. After a short recess, Chief Magistrate Sulaiman Abdullahi denied Milaye bail and ruled that he should remain in custody for the next 39 days. Meanwhile, former Aviation Minister Femi Fani-Kayode has alleged that the President Buhari was behind the ordeal of Kogi West Senator Dino Milaye. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) chieftain claimed that President Buhari was against Milaye because the lawmaker was opposing the current All Progressive Congress APC-led federal government. He made the allegation while sharing a photograph of Milaye being wheeled into an ambulance on a stretcher. As way of imparting knowledge on the Junior Officer 6th Division of the Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt, has held a seminar for its men and officers. The seminar, which is geared towards combating issues of terrorism and insurgency in the country, was declared open by Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center, Major General Johnny Mahakim, who emphasized the need for continuous capacity building of the soldiers.
We are living in a very uncertain environment where we have continuous emerging new challenges, security challenges, and for you to be able to understand and act effectively, you have to continuously build your capacity. And so this kind of seminar is so apt, especially at this time of our national life where we have myriad, so much security issues that are coming up. So the essence of capacity building is a must, which is what this seminar intends to achieve.
In his remarks, General Officer Commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Musa Yusuf said seminar was organized to ensure that junior commanders are better and adequately equipped as the level and ready for combat.
In order to make sure we are part and parcel of the mission of the WAS, we decided to comply with the NA training directive to input this junior commanders seminar. This is to make you better commanders at your level. This is to also prepare you for future assignments. What you are going to get from here, you cannot get it in any training. I do hope the participants will leave this place richer than how you are coming in.
The federal government has made the fight against insurgency and terrorism a major point of action, particularly as the 2019 election draws closer. 13 people have been killed in clashes between cattle thieves and local civilian militia in Zamfara State today. Police spokesman Muhammadu Shehu, who disclosed this, said the militia and cattle thieves fought a gun battle that lasted for 2 days in the remote village of Fankashi in Maru district of the state. He also said the men recovered 13 dead bodies from the criminal gang and the vigilantes from the village after the fight. It has not been ascertained if the latest incident was a reprisal or a raid to steal cattle. Jigawa Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says it has arrested 121 suspects and recovered 136.6 kilograms of assorted illicit drugs between January 2016 and April 2018. Spokesman of the command, Ankili Ada, who disclosed this in a statement, said the command had also seized 2 locally fabricated revolver, pistol and 1 cast-to-size revolver rifle with 5 rounds of live ammunition within the period under review. He said 17 out of the 35 suspects arrested in January were found to be users and were referred to the Command's Drug Demand Reduction Unit, DRU, for counseling. Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has begun assessment of the status of all political parties claiming presence in Anambra State. So far, the Commission has visited offices of 8 political parties in Anambra State, although its finding has not been made public. When members of the Commission visited the state headquarters of the People's Democratic Party in Oka, they were received by the state chairman, Ndubisi Uwumbu, and other members of the state working committee. In his address to the PDP officials of departments, elections and political party monitoring of INEC, Ibe said the exercise is to ascertain the real political parties with adequate presence in the state. In his response, State Chairman of the PDP, Ndubisu Uwumbu, said the party in Anambra State is intact and ready for the elections with more than enough members in its ranks. Still on politics, the Ondo State member of the House of Representatives, Bamidele Boderinwa, has accused the state governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, of planning to impose candidates at the World Congress of the All Progressive Congress, APC, coming up on Saturday. Some interest group in the state, APC, has also accused the governor and the acting chairman of the party, Ade Timileyin, of planning to disenfranchise some members of the party in order to pave the way for their candidate at the forthcoming World Congress. Bodiriwa, who spoke with journalists in Akure, the Ondo State capital, declared that the forthcoming Congress must go in line with the constitution of the party, and any plan to scuttle the democratic process of the Congress would be rejected. Still on politics, the leadership crisis rocking the People Democratic Party (PDP) in Oyo State has taken another dimension when a chieftain of the party and former Deputy Senate Whip, Senator Osa Ayola Agbola, resigned his membership of the party. This is coming after Tuesday's meeting of the party's leadership in the house of a former governor of the state, Rashid Adewolu Ladoja. Report says the deputy national chairman of the party, Yemi Akinwumi, zonal chairman, Eddie Olafesho, Lagos State chairman, Modus Salvador, zonal secretary, Bumi Jonyon, had on Tuesday stamped Ladoja's Bodija Ibadan resident to persuade him over the harmonization of the PDP state executive list. Agbola, who was at the forefront of those clamoring for the harmonization of the executive, told journalists that he was not happy with the Tuesday's homage paid to Ladoja and he was therefore leaving the party. Rivers State chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC has slammed Governor Nyesom Wike for supporting the process of impeaching President Muhammadu Buhari. APC also described the recent plots by some members of the National Assembly to heighten tension in the country by entabling an impeachment threat on President Buhari as unwise and unnecessary. It was contained in a statement by its Senior Special Assistant on Media and Public Affairs, Eze Chukwuemeka. The APC said the president was doing his best to rescue the nation from the dungeon that PDP past government kept her and should not be distracted by the National Assembly. And now to some educational matters. 3 students have emerged as best students at the University of Lagos, UNILAG, for this year's graduation. Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, who disclosed this to journalists recently at the Senate building, said the institution is more than ready for the year convocation. Details in this report. These are the authorities of the University of Lagos. They have converged at the institution's Senate building to brief journalists about growth and achievement of the university. Addressing journalists, the Vice-Chancellor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe expressed joy that the institution convocation is finally set to hold, informing that 3 students emerged as the best graduating students out of 12,608 to be awarded degrees, diplomas and certificates.
This year, 3 students have emerged as the best graduating students. They are Matthew Jeffrey Jude, Department of Biochemistry, Faculty of Science; Roy Lainde Bosun Abbas, Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, Faculty of Engineering; Babawale Oludare Emmanuel, Department of Early Childhood Education, Faculty of Education. All with cumulative GPA of 4.97. Out of the 5,822 graduating postgraduate students, 123 students will be awarded Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, degrees in various disciplines. And this is the highest we are recording thus far. 5,192 master's degrees in various fields across the university, and 509 postgraduate diplomas.
123 doctorate degree holders, 245 first class, and over 12,000 graduating students will agree with me that we have done well as a university. We want to also celebrate our former retired professors, former registrars, former bursars, university librarians, all those who have contributed in the last 50 years plus to making this edifice a part of it.
The VC also expressed his commitment to building the institution to an envious state.
We will focus our resources and manpower on the key areas of: 1, for the youth, uncompromised academic standards, and excellent research output. For the N, networking globally, strategizing locally, and consolidating nationally. For the I, improving university finances by innovative fundraising activities, infrastructural development, and entrepreneurship orientation. For the L, leadership that is transformational, transparent, and transactional. For the A, accountability in academic, administration, finance, and all university policies. And for the G, greater than the best.
The university is also graduating the pioneer set of Chinese language study. You're watching Superscreen News at 6. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you business news. Please stay with us.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigerian government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are fighting my village. Let me use if I call it useless, I'm not a mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop there 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave. If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Welcome back, and now to some business stories. The Federal Executive Council has approved an additional 80 billion naira for the rehabilitation of Section 2 of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway from Shagamu to Ibadan. Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, who disclosed these to journalists at the end of the FEC meeting, said the additional cost will cater for changes that were not captured during the project's conceptualization. An initial 96.3 billion naira was approved for the section, and the latest approval brings the cost to 176.5 billion naira, with the minister stating that the FEC also approved 18.87 billion naira for the rehabilitation and repair of the 3rd mainland bridge in Lagos State. He said the contract for the repair was awarded to Borini Prono, one of the regional builders of the bridge, to last for a period of 27 months. He explained that the contract would involve critical repair works on all the 177 parts holding up the bridge, as well as a general expansion joint replacement for the several expansion belts on the bridge. Still on business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has set 2020 as the new deadline for zero gas flaring from oil fields. NNPC Group Managing Director, JMD Mekati Baru, disclosed these measures during a panel section organized by the Petroleum Technology Association of Nigeria at the ongoing 50th Foreshore Technology Conference in Houston, Texas, United States. Baru said gas should create value by increasing the country's gross domestic product and create jobs for Nigerians, as it has done in other oil-producing countries. The group director explained that the new deadline and the fine regime became imperative to align Nigeria's oil production with global standards. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ibe Kachiku, has asked the Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mekati Baru, the Director, Department of Petroleum Resources, Mordecai Lander, and Executive Secretary, Petroleum Product Pricing Regulation Agency, Sadu Abukadi, to provide information sought by human rights lawyer Femi Falana son on fraud importation. In his letter to the minister, Falana raised several concerns over the oil industry and asked Kachiku to respond within 7 days in pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act. In a letter made available to journalists in Abuja, Kachiku told journalists that he directed Chief Executive of the NNPC, DPR and PPRA to provide the lawyer with the information requested, subject to limits of the firm's contractual, legal and business confidentiality. Head of the European Union delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Kirti Kansin, said trade volume between Nigeria and EU has reached 25.3 euros in 2017. Kansin, who disclosed these to journalists in Abuja on the forthcoming European Day, said the figures is an increase of 27% over that of 2016, which is 19.9 billion euros. Kansin said the EU remains the most significant trading partner for Nigeria, adding that trade and investment is an integral part of the Euro partnership with Nigeria. Still on business, as the federal government bans importation and production of codeine, the Senate Majority Leader Ahmed Lawan says 70% of the product finds its way into Sambisa Forest. Lawan disclosed this recently in a point of order commending the executive on its directive to ban further importation of the drug into the country, thereby reduce its abuse. The leader noted that the action taken by the executive shows that it has found a common ground with the legislature, suggesting that the implementation must be followed with strict security monitoring.
Between the executive and the legislature, we have found a common ground. The common ground was we debated, we took resolutions. The executive has found enough reasons and grounds to ban the production and importation of this deadly syrup. I therefore feel that this National Assembly, particularly the Senate, and especially our committees on drug and narcotics and health, should work with the Federal Ministry of Health and NAFDAC to ensure the total implementation of this ban.
In his reaction, Senate President Bukola Saraki urged its relevant committees to ensure proper monitoring to see that the ban is strictly adhered to.
And I think it's a great day, and for those of us who have been advocating for this for a long time, that we must tackle this issue of drug abuse, which is particularly affecting more of our girls and women, and it was a dangerous trend. Let's see that this ban is restricted and ensure that it works very well for us. I thank all my colleagues for this, and it shows again some of the good things that the two arms of government are doing together.
Senate President Bukola Saraki speaking there. If you're just joining us, this is Superscreen News at 6. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign and sports update. Please stay.